"They're mine," he shouts, stunned by the 4 kids who look exactly like him. The reason will amaze you. Dr. Henry Davenport, a man whose name echoed through the hallowed halls of academia, was a titan in the world of neuroscience. His mind, a labyrinth of intricate neural pathways, was constantly exploring the uncharted territories of the human brain, seeking to unravel the mysteries of consciousness, cognition, and the very essence of what it meant to be human. He was a man of science, a rationalist who believed in the power of observation, experimentation, and empirical evidence. His world was one of laboratories, research papers, and academic conferences. His days filled with the meticulous analysis of data, the formulation of hypotheses, and the relentless pursuit of knowledge. His success in the field had brought him wealth and recognition, his name synonymous with groundbreaking discoveries and innovative research. He was a sought-after speaker, his lectures attracting audiences of eager students and esteemed colleagues, his insights illuminating the complex workings of the human brain. He lived in a spacious apartment overlooking the bustling city, its walls lined with bookshelves overflowing with scientific journals and philosophical treatises, its minimalist decor reflecting his preference for order and functionality. His life was a testament to his intellectual pursuits, his every action governed by logic, reason, and a deep-seated belief in the power of the scientific method. But his dedication to his research, his relentless pursuit of knowledge, had come at a cost. His personal life was a barren landscape, his relationships often falling victim to his demanding schedule and his emotional detachment. He had never married, had no children, and his social circle consisted primarily of colleagues and acquaintances, their interactions limited to the realm of scientific discourse and professional collaboration. He had always prioritized his work, his passion for neuroscience consuming his time and energy, leaving little room for the messy complexities of human relationships. He had built walls around his heart, protecting himself from the vulnerability of emotional intimacy, his fear of rejection and abandonment a lingering shadow from his own childhood experiences. Despite his professional achievements, the accolades and recognition that adorned his walls, Henry felt a growing sense of emptiness, a void that his intellectual pursuits couldn't fill. He yearned for something more, a connection that transcended the realm of science and logic, a connection that touched his heart and soul, a connection that would make him feel truly alive. He had tried to fill that void with work, immersing himself in his research, seeking solace in the pursuit of knowledge. He had sought distraction in fleeting romances, brief encounters that left him feeling emptier than before. He had tried to connect with colleagues and acquaintances, but their interactions remained superficial, their conversations confined to the realm of scientific discourse. But none of these pursuits could quell the yearning in his heart, the longing for a connection that touched his soul, a connection that would make him feel truly alive, a connection that would give his life meaning and purpose beyond the confines of his laboratory and his intellectual pursuits. One crisp autumn morning, as Henry was walking to his laboratory, his mind preoccupied with the intricacies of a particularly challenging research project, a project that sought to unravel the mysteries of human consciousness, he noticed a group of children playing in a nearby park. Their laughter, their carefree abandon, their innocent joy stirred something within him, a long-dormant yearning for connection and belonging. He watched them chase each other across the grassy field, their faces lit up with laughter, their voices echoing through the crisp autumn air. He saw in them a reflection of the childhood he had never truly experienced, a childhood filled with joy, laughter, and unconditional love. As he observed the children, his gaze fell upon a young boy with striking blue eyes and a mischievous grin. The boy's features, his smile, his mannerisms, were eerily familiar. It was like looking in a mirror, a reflection of himself from a distant past, a past he had tried to bury beneath layers of intellectual detachment and emotional control. Henry's heart skipped a beat, a wave of disbelief washing over him. He couldn't shake the feeling that he had seen this boy before, that there was a connection, a link that defied logic and reason. He felt a pull towards this child, an inexplicable attraction that challenged his rational mind and stirred a deep-seated yearning within him. Intrigued and unsettled by the uncanny resemblance between himself and the young boy, Henry decided to approach the group of children. his curiosity overcoming his usual reserve. He stepped off the paved path and onto the grassy field, his footsteps muffled by the soft earth, his heart pounding with a mixture of anticipation and apprehension. He introduced himself, his voice betraying a hint of nervousness, his usual confidence and authority replaced by a tentative uncertainty. "Hello," he said, his voice gentle and inviting. "My name is Henry. Do you mind if I join you?" The children, their initial surprise giving way to curiosity, welcomed him into their circle, their laughter and chatter filling the air. Henry, his initial apprehension fading, felt a sense of ease and comfort in their presence, their innocent joy a welcome respite from the seriousness of his work. He asked the boy his name, his voice trembling slightly, his heart pounding with a growing sense of anticipation. "My name is Ethan," the boy replied, his voice bright and cheerful, his blue eyes sparkling with curiosity. Henry's heart skipped a beat. The boy's name, his voice, his mannerisms, all reinforcing the uncanny resemblance. He felt a pull towards this child, a connection that defied logic and reason. He couldn't explain it, but he knew that this encounter was more than just a coincidence, that there was a deeper meaning, a hidden connection waiting to be revealed. He learned that Ethan was part of a group of 4 siblings, 2 boys and 2 girls, all living in a nearby foster home. He spent the next hour talking to the children, learning about their lives, their dreams, their challenges. He was captivated by their resilience, their optimism, their unwavering belief in the goodness of the world, despite the hardships they had faced. He listened to their stories, their voices filled with laughter and a touch of sadness, their eyes reflecting a wisdom beyond their years. He learned about their love for animals, their passion for drawing, their dreams of becoming astronauts, doctors, and teachers. He saw in them a reflection of his own childhood dreams, the dreams he had buried beneath the weight of his intellectual pursuits. He felt a growing sense of responsibility towards these children, a yearning to protect them, to offer them the stability and love they deserved. He couldn't shake the feeling that they were somehow connected to him, that their resemblance was more than just a coincidence. He felt a paternal instinct stirring within him, a desire to nurture and guide these children, to be a part of their lives. As he was leaving the park, his mind still reeling from the encounter, the children's laughter echoing in his ears, he decided to delve deeper into the mystery. He couldn't ignore the pull he felt towards these children, the uncanny resemblance that haunted him, the questions that swirled in his mind. He visited the foster home, his heart pounding with anticipation and apprehension. He met with the foster parents, a kind and caring couple who had dedicated their lives to providing a safe and loving environment for children in need. They welcomed him into their home, their faces radiating warmth and compassion. He learned that the 4 siblings had been abandoned as infants, their parents unknown, their past a mystery. He saw photographs of the children as babies, their resemblance to himself even more striking in their infancy. He saw his own eyes staring back at him, his own smile reflected in their innocent faces. He felt a surge of emotions: shock, disbelief, a growing sense of responsibility, and a yearning to uncover the truth behind their connection. He knew he had to find answers, to unravel the mystery that had suddenly entered his life, a mystery that threatened to disrupt his carefully constructed world of logic and control. Driven by a relentless curiosity and a newfound sense of purpose, Henry embarked on a quest to uncover the truth behind his connection to the 4 children. He couldn't shake the feeling that their resemblance was more than just a coincidence, that there was a deeper link, a hidden story waiting to be revealed. He began by researching his own family history, delving into old records, tracing his ancestry back generations. He spent hours poring over birth certificates, marriage licenses, and census records, piecing together the fragmented history of his family. He discovered a family secret, a hidden chapter in his past that had been buried for decades. His grandfather, a man he had never known, a man whose name had been whispered in hushed tones and shrouded in mystery, had fathered a child out of wedlock, a child who had been given up for adoption. The timeline matched, the circumstances aligned, the pieces of the puzzle falling into place. The 4 children, he realized with a mixture of shock and disbelief, were his cousins, the descendants of his grandfather's long-lost child. The uncanny resemblance, the shared mannerisms, the inexplicable connection he felt towards them, all suddenly made sense. The revelation shattered his carefully constructed worldview, the world of logic and control he had built around himself. He had always believed that his life was governed by reason and scientific principles, that every phenomenon could be explained through observation, experimentation, and empirical evidence. But now he was faced with a mystery that defied explanation, a connection that transcended the realm of science and logic. He felt a surge of emotions, a sense of belonging he had never known before, a connection to a family he had never met, a sense of rootedness that had eluded him throughout his life. He felt a responsibility to these children who were his family, a desire to protect them, to nurture them, to offer them the love and support they deserved. He felt a yearning to connect with them, to learn about their lives, their dreams, their fears. He wanted to share his knowledge with them, to inspire their curiosity, to guide them on their journey through life. He wanted to be a part of their lives, to offer them the stability and love that he had been denied. The revelation also sparked a deeper questioning of his own identity, his own sense of self. He had always defined himself by his intellect, his achievements, his contributions to the world of science. But now he realized that there was more to him than just his mind, that he was also a part of a larger family, a family he had never known, a family that had been hidden from him for so long. He began to explore his own family history, delving deeper into the story of his grandfather, the man who had fathered a child out of wedlock, the man whose actions had led to this unexpected connection. He learned about his grandfather's life, his struggles, his triumphs, his regrets. He saw in his grandfather a reflection of himself, a man driven by ambition and a desire to make a mark on the world. He also learned about the circumstances surrounding his grandfather's relationship with the woman who had given birth to his child, the social pressures, the family disapproval, the difficult choices that had led to the child being given up for adoption. He felt a sense of empathy for his grandfather, for the woman, and for the child who had been denied a family. He realized that his own life, his own choices were intertwined with the lives of these children, that their existence was a testament to the complexities of human relationships and the enduring power of family ties. He felt a sense of responsibility to honor their connection, to acknowledge their shared history, and to embrace them as part of his own family. This revelation, this discovery of a hidden chapter in his family history, was a catalyst for change in Henry's life. It challenged his assumptions, broadened his perspective, and opened his heart to the possibility of love, connection, and belonging. It was the beginning of a new chapter in his life, a chapter filled with unexpected challenges, profound joys, and a deeper understanding of himself and the world around him. Henry, faced with the revelation of his newfound family, made a decision that would forever alter the course of his life. He decided to embrace his role as a father figure to the 4 children, to offer them the stability, love, and support they had been denied. He would open his heart and his home to them, welcoming them into his life, and sharing with them the love and connection he had craved for so long. He approached the foster parents, his heart filled with a mixture of anticipation and apprehension, his voice trembling slightly as he shared his discovery and his intentions. He explained the genetic connection, the family history, and his desire to provide a permanent and loving home for the children. The foster parents, though initially surprised by this unexpected revelation, were touched by Henry's sincerity and his willingness to embrace his newfound family. They had grown to love the children, to cherish their presence in their lives, but they also recognized that the children would benefit from a permanent and loving home, a home where they could thrive and reach their full potential. They agreed to support Henry's efforts, promising to help with the transition, to maintain contact with the children, and to be a part of their lives as they embarked on this new chapter. They saw in Henry a man of integrity, compassion, and a genuine desire to provide the children with the love and stability they deserved. Henry began spending more time with the children, his initial awkwardness gradually giving way to a comfortable familiarity. He took them on outings to museums and parks, sharing his love of science and learning, his enthusiasm contagious as he explained the wonders of the natural world and the intricacies of the human brain. He helped them with their homework, his patience and encouragement fostering their love of learning and their confidence in their abilities. He attended their school events, his presence a source of pride and support for the children, his quiet encouragement boosting their self-esteem and their belief in themselves. He shared his home with them, his once sterile and minimalist apartment transformed by their presence. Their laughter echoed through the rooms, their artwork adorned the walls, their toys scattered across the floor, a testament to the joy and vibrancy they brought into his life. He enrolled them in extracurricular activities, nurturing their talents and encouraging their passions. He signed them up for soccer and swimming lessons, music classes and art workshops, providing them with opportunities they had never had before, opening their eyes to the world of possibilities. He also began the process of legally adopting the children, navigating the complexities of the legal system with determination and patience. He consulted with lawyers, social workers, and adoption agencies, his meticulous approach ensuring that every step was taken with care and consideration for the children's well-being. He faced challenges and setbacks, the legal process proving to be more complicated and time-consuming than he had anticipated. But his resolve remained unwavering, his love for the children fueling his every action. He was determined to provide them with a permanent and loving home, a home where they could truly belong. The consequences of his decision were both profound and challenging. His life, once defined by solitude and intellectual pursuits, was now filled with the joys and challenges of parenthood. He had to learn to balance his demanding career with his newfound responsibilities as a father figure, a role he had never envisioned for himself. He struggled to adapt to the chaos and unpredictability of family life, his carefully constructed routines disrupted by the children's needs and demands. He had to learn to be patient, to compromise, to put the needs of others before his own, to embrace the spontaneity and joy that the children brought into his life. But he also discovered a love he had never known before, a love that filled the void in his heart, a love that gave his life new meaning and purpose. He found joy in their laughter, their hugs, their unconditional love. He found fulfillment in nurturing their dreams, supporting their growth, and witnessing their transformation into confident and compassionate young individuals. While Henry was navigating the challenges and joys of his newfound family life, his research project took an unexpected turn, a serendipitous discovery that would challenge his assumptions and lead him down a new path of scientific inquiry. He had been working on a groundbreaking study on the human brain's capacity for empathy and compassion, hoping to unlock the secrets of human connection and altruism. He had spent years studying the neural pathways involved in empathy, analyzing brain scans, conducting behavioral experiments, and developing theoretical models to explain the complex interplay of emotions, cognition, and social interaction. His research had led him to believe that empathy was a learned behavior, a product of social interaction and environmental influences. He had hypothesized that empathy was a skill that could be developed through education, training, and exposure to diverse perspectives and experiences. But his experiences with the children, their innate kindness and compassion, their ability to connect with him on an emotional level despite their lack of shared history, challenged his assumptions. He observed their interactions with each other, their sensitivity to the needs of others, their genuine concern for the well-being of their foster parents and their friends. He saw in them a natural inclination towards compassion, a deep-seated empathy that seemed to defy his scientific understanding. He began to question his own research, his own beliefs about the nature of human connection. He realized that there was more to empathy than just learned behavior, that there was a deeper, more primal force at play, a force that connected all human beings, a force that transcended the boundaries of culture, language, and experience. This secondary plot development, fueled by his personal experiences and his scientific curiosity, led Henry to a new avenue of research, a quest to understand the biological basis of empathy and compassion. He began to explore the interplay between genetics, environment, and human connection, hoping to unlock the secrets of human nature and the origins of altruism. He delved into the burgeoning field of epigenetics, the study of how environmental factors can influence gene expression, how experiences can shape our biology and our behavior. He explored the role of mirror neurons, specialized brain cells that fire both when we perform an action and when we observe someone else performing the same action, suggesting a neural basis for empathy and social cognition. He also began to investigate the role of hormones and neurochemicals in empathy and compassion, exploring the complex interplay of oxytocin, dopamine, and serotonin in shaping our social interactions and our capacity for connection. He collaborated with geneticists, psychologists, and anthropologists, their diverse perspectives enriching his research and expanding his understanding of the complex interplay of nature and nurture in shaping human behavior. He presented his findings at conferences, published his research in prestigious journals, and challenged the conventional wisdom about the origins of empathy and compassion. His research not only deepened his understanding of the human brain but also enriched his personal life. He saw in the children's innate empathy a reflection of their shared humanity, a connection that transcended their genetic relationship. He realized that empathy was not just a learned behavior but also a fundamental aspect of human nature, a force that could unite people across cultures, languages. As Henry navigated the uncharted waters of fatherhood, his relationship with the children deepened and evolved, blossoming into a tapestry of love, laughter, and shared experiences. He learned to connect with them on their level, to understand their individual personalities, their unique strengths and vulnerabilities. Ethan, the eldest, was the inquisitive one, his mind always buzzing with questions, his curiosity insatiable. He was drawn to Henry's scientific knowledge, peppering him with questions about the universe, the human body, and the mysteries of the natural world. Henry, in turn, nurtured Ethan's curiosity, encouraging his intellectual pursuits and sharing his love of learning. Olivia, the second eldest, was the creative one, her imagination boundless, her artistic talents blossoming with every stroke of her paintbrush and every note she played on the piano. Henry, recognizing her artistic spirit, provided her with art supplies, enrolled her in music lessons, and encouraged her to express herself through her creative endeavors. The twins, Noah and Sophia, were the youngest, their bond inseparable, their personalities complementary. Noah was the energetic one, always on the move, his laughter infectious, his spirit irrepressible. Sophia was the quiet observer, her eyes taking in the world with a thoughtful gaze, her empathy radiating from her gentle smile. Henry learned to appreciate their differences, to nurture their individual talents, and to foster their unique personalities. He created a home where they felt safe to express themselves, to explore their interests, and to grow into their own unique individuals. He also learned to be vulnerable with them, sharing his own experiences, his struggles with loneliness and emotional detachment, his newfound appreciation for human connection. He confessed his fear of intimacy, his difficulty in expressing his emotions, his struggle to connect with others on a deeper level. He shared his childhood experiences, his feelings of abandonment and isolation, his yearning for a family and a sense of belonging. He opened his heart to them, allowing them to see the man beneath the scientist, the vulnerable human being who craved love and connection just as much as they did. The children, in turn, responded with love and gratitude. They saw in Henry a father figure, a source of stability and support, a man who believed in them and encouraged their dreams. They brought joy and laughter into his life, filling his home with warmth and affection, their presence a constant reminder of the love and connection he had craved for so long. They also challenged him, pushing him to grow and evolve as a person. They taught him the importance of patience, compassion, and unconditional love. They helped him to connect with his emotions, to embrace his vulnerability, and to experience the full spectrum of human experience. They taught him the joy of spontaneity, the beauty of imperfection, the importance of living in the moment. They taught him to laugh, to play, to let go of his need for control, and embrace the chaos and unpredictability of family life. Their relationship was not without its challenges. There were moments of frustration, disagreements, and misunderstandings. Henry, accustomed to a life of order and control, struggled to adapt to the chaos and unpredictability of family life. The children, with their diverse personalities and needs, challenged his patience and his ability to connect on an emotional level. But through these challenges, their bond grew stronger. Henry learned to be more flexible, more understanding, more attuned to the children's emotional needs. He learned to listen, to empathize, to offer support without judgment. He learned to see the world through their eyes, to appreciate their unique perspectives, and to celebrate their individuality. He also learned to let go of his need for control, to embrace the spontaneity and joy that the children brought into his life. He discovered the simple pleasures of family life, the laughter of shared meals, the warmth of bedtime stories, the comfort of knowing that he was loved and needed. The children, in turn, learned to trust and rely on Henry. They saw his genuine care and concern for their well-being, his willingness to put their needs before his own. They felt safe and secure in his presence, knowing that they had found a permanent and loving home. Their relationship blossomed into a beautiful tapestry of love, laughter, and shared experiences. They became a family, bound not by blood but by a deep and abiding connection. A connection that had transformed Henry's life and filled it with meaning and purpose. The annual Neuroscience Society conference was a highlight in Henry's professional calendar, a gathering of the brightest minds in the field, a platform for sharing groundbreaking research and engaging in stimulating intellectual discourse. This year, however, the conference held a special significance for Henry, a sense of anticipation and excitement that transcended the usual academic buzz. He had been invited to present his latest research on the neural correlates of empathy and compassion, a project that had taken on new meaning since his discovery of his newfound family and their shared genetic predisposition towards empathy. He was eager to share his findings, to contribute to the growing body of knowledge about the human brain and its capacity for connection and altruism. He also planned to introduce his children to his colleagues, to share with them the joy and pride he felt in his newfound family. He had arranged for them to attend the conference with him, their presence a testament to the transformative power of love and connection. The conference took place in a grand hotel, its opulent ballroom buzzing with the energy of hundreds of scientists, researchers, and academics. Henry, his children by his side, navigated the crowd with a newfound confidence, his usual reserve replaced by a warmth and openness that reflected his inner transformation. He introduced his children to his colleagues, his voice filled with pride as he shared their names, their personalities, and their unique talents. His colleagues, initially surprised by his newfound fatherhood, were charmed by the children's intelligence, their curiosity, and their genuine affection for Henry. The children, in turn, were fascinated by the world of science, their eyes wide with wonder as they listened to Henry's colleagues discuss their research, their minds buzzing with questions about the universe, the human brain, and the mysteries of the natural world. As the conference progressed, Henry's presentation drew a large and enthusiastic audience. He spoke with passion and conviction, his words illuminating the complex neural pathways involved in empathy and compassion, his research shedding light on the biological basis of human connection. He shared his findings on the rare genetic mutation that he and his children shared, a mutation that enhanced their capacity for empathy and compassion. He spoke of the transformative power of love and connection, his own experiences with his newfound family serving as a testament to the profound impact that human relationships can have on the brain and its functioning. His presentation was met with thunderous applause, his colleagues impressed by his groundbreaking research and his heartfelt testimony to the power of human connection. He felt a sense of fulfillment, his work taking on new meaning in the context of his newfound family and his evolving understanding of the human brain. As the applause subsided, a figure emerged from the crowd, a woman with a commanding presence and a determined expression. It was Dr. Eleanor Vance, a renowned geneticist, her name synonymous with groundbreaking research in the field of human genetics. She approached Henry, her voice filled with excitement and admiration. "Dr. Davenport," she said, "your presentation was truly remarkable. Your research on the genetic basis of empathy is groundbreaking, and your personal story is truly inspiring." She then revealed a startling discovery, a discovery that would send shockwaves through Henry's life and challenge the very foundation of his newfound family bond. "I have been conducting my own research on the genetic mutation you described," she explained, her voice grave, her eyes filled with a mixture of concern and compassion. "And I have discovered something that you need to know." He explained the genetic mutation, the rare disorder it was associated with, and the potential implications for their health and well-being. He spoke honestly and openly, answering their questions with patience and compassion, acknowledging their fears and concerns while also offering hope and reassurance. The children, their initial shock and confusion giving way to a mix of emotions: fear, sadness, anger, and a sense of betrayal by their own bodies, listened intently, their eyes wide with a mixture of apprehension and understanding. They asked questions, their young minds grappling with the complexities of genetics, disease, and mortality. Henry answered their questions honestly, his scientific knowledge tempered with empathy and compassion. He explained the genetic basis of the disorder, the unpredictable nature of its progression, and the limited treatment options available. He emphasized that they were not alone, that he would be there for them every step of the way, that they would face this challenge together as a family. He also sought to empower them, encouraging them to learn more about the disorder, to participate in research studies, and to advocate for themselves and others who were affected by this rare condition. He wanted them to understand that they had a voice, that they could make a difference, that they could contribute to finding a cure or developing better treatments. The revelation of the genetic disorder and its potential implications created a new set of challenges for Henry and his newfound family. They had to navigate the complexities of medical appointments, genetic testing, and potential treatment options. They had to confront their own mortality, their fears and anxieties about the future. But they also found strength in their shared experience. Their bond deepened by the knowledge that they were facing this challenge together. They learned to appreciate the preciousness of life, the importance of living each day to the fullest, and the power of love and connection to sustain them through adversity. Henry, his initial desire to protect the children from the harsh realities of their condition giving way to a deeper understanding of their resilience and their need for autonomy, encouraged them to participate in research studies, to contribute to the search for a cure or better treatments. He saw in their willingness to participate a sense of agency, a refusal to be defined by their condition, a determination to make a difference in the world. He also became an advocate for research funding and public awareness of rare genetic disorders, using his platform and influence to raise awareness about the challenges faced by those affected by these conditions. He spoke at conferences, wrote articles, and lobbied government officials, his voice joining the chorus of those demanding greater investment in research and support for those living with rare diseases. His efforts, combined with the growing public awareness of the disorder and the increasing number of individuals affected, led to a surge in research funding and the development of promising new treatments. While a cure remained elusive, the progress made offered hope and a sense of empowerment to those who had once felt isolated and forgotten. The revelation of the genetic disorder and the subsequent efforts to find a cure or better treatments marked a turning point in Henry's life, a shift in his priorities and a deepening of his commitment to his newfound family and his advocacy work. He realized that his life's purpose extended beyond his scientific pursuits, that his true calling lay in nurturing and supporting these children, in providing them with the love and stability they deserved, and in using his knowledge and influence to advocate for those affected by rare genetic disorders. He decided to shift his focus, dedicating more time to his family and his advocacy work, and less to his research. He scaled back his laboratory hours, delegated tasks to his colleagues, and prioritized his role as a father and advocate. He also began to explore new avenues for personal and professional growth, avenues that aligned with his newfound values and priorities. He became involved in child development research, hoping to use his scientific expertise to improve the lives of children in foster care and orphanages. He collaborated with social workers, educators, and child psychologists, their combined expertise creating a synergy that led to innovative programs and interventions that improved the well-being of vulnerable children. He also became an advocate for education reform, believing that every child deserved access to quality education, regardless of their background or circumstances. He volunteered his time at local schools, mentored underprivileged students, and donated to organizations that supported educational initiatives. He spoke out against the inequalities in the education system, advocating for greater investment in early childhood education, teacher training, and resources for underfunded schools. This turning point marked a shift in Henry's priorities, a redefinition of success and fulfillment. He had discovered that true happiness lay not in intellectual pursuits or professional achievements, but in the love and connection he shared with his newfound family, and in the positive impact he could have on the lives of others. He found joy in the simple things, the everyday moments of connection and shared laughter, the quiet intimacy of their life together. He found fulfillment in nurturing the children's dreams, supporting their growth, and witnessing their transformation into confident and compassionate young individuals. He also found fulfillment in his advocacy work, his efforts to raise awareness about rare genetic disorders, to promote research funding, and to support those affected by these conditions. He found meaning in using his knowledge and influence to make a difference in the world, to contribute to the betterment of society, and to leave a legacy that extended beyond his own lifetime. This turning point in Henry's life was not just a change in direction but a transformation of his very being. He had shed the skin of the solitary scientist, the man defined by his intellect and his achievements, and emerged as a loving father, a compassionate advocate, and a fully realized human being. Henry's journey from a solitary scientist to a loving father figure and passionate advocate was a testament to his capacity for growth and transformation. He had confronted his emotional detachment, embraced his newfound family, and discovered a love that had filled the void in his heart. He had learned the importance of human connection, the value of empathy and compassion, and the power of love to heal and transform. He had shed his rigid adherence to logic and control, allowing himself to experience the full spectrum of human emotions, the joys and challenges of family life, the vulnerability of love and loss. He had learned to be present, to listen, to empathize, to offer support without judgment. He had learned to embrace the chaos and unpredictability of life, to find joy in the simple things, and to appreciate the beauty of human connection. He had also learned the importance of giving back, of using his privilege and influence to make a positive impact on the world. He had discovered a new sense of purpose, a calling to advocate for children in need and to promote education and social justice. He had found fulfillment in using his knowledge and expertise to improve the lives of others, to contribute to the betterment of society, and to leave a legacy that extended beyond his own lifetime. Reflecting on his journey, Henry recognized the transformative power of love and family. He had discovered that true happiness lay not in intellectual pursuits or professional achievements, but in the love and connection he shared with his newfound family. He had learned that the most meaningful experiences in life are often those that challenge us to grow, to change, and to embrace our full humanity. He was grateful for the challenges he had faced, the lessons he had learned, and the growth he had experienced. He had come to appreciate the simple things in life, the laughter of shared meals, the warmth of bedtime stories, the comfort of knowing that he was loved and needed. He had learned to cherish the everyday moments, the small gestures of affection, the shared experiences that created a tapestry of love and connection. He had also come to appreciate the complexity of human nature, the interplay between genetics, environment, and human connection. He had discovered that empathy and compassion were not just learned behaviors, but also deeply ingrained human traits, a testament to the interconnectedness of all human beings. He had learned that even in the face of adversity, even in the face of a potentially devastating genetic disorder, the human spirit could find strength, resilience, and hope. He had learned that love and connection could transcend the boundaries of illness and mortality, that the bonds of family could provide solace and support in the face of life's greatest challenges. He was grateful for the opportunity to be a part of the children's lives, to witness their growth and development, to share in their joys and sorrows, to guide them on their journey through life. He was grateful for their love, their laughter, their unwavering belief in him, their ability to see the best in him even when he doubted himself. He was also grateful for the opportunity to use his knowledge and influence to make a difference in the world, to advocate for those affected by rare genetic disorders, to promote research funding, and to support the development of better treatments and cures. He found meaning in contributing to the betterment of society, in leaving a legacy that extended beyond his own lifetime. Henry's story is a testament to the transformative power of love, family, and human connection. It highlights the importance of embracing our shared humanity, of recognizing the interconnectedness of all beings, and of finding meaning and purpose beyond our individual pursuits. His journey reminds us that true happiness lies not in material possessions or professional achievements, but in the richness of our relationships and the positive impact we have on the world. It encourages us to open our hearts to love, to embrace our shared humanity, and to find fulfillment in giving back to our communities and making a difference in the lives of others. Henry's story is an inspiration to us all, a reminder that it is never too late to find love, to build a family, and to make a positive impact on the world. It is a story about the power of human connection to heal, to inspire, and to transform. A story that reminds us that true wealth lies in the richness of our relationships and the positive impact we have on the world. It is a story that challenges us to reevaluate our own priorities, to look beyond the pursuit of material wealth and status, and to seek fulfillment in the connections we forge with others and the contributions we make to the world around us. It encourages us to embrace our shared humanity, to recognize the interconnectedness of all beings, and to find meaning and purpose in our lives beyond our individual pursuits. Henry's story reminds us that we all have the potential for growth and transformation, that even those who seem to have it all may be harboring deep-seated longings and unfulfilled needs. It encourages us to open our hearts to love, to embrace our vulnerability, and to seek the connection and belonging that we all crave. It is a story that celebrates the resilience of the human spirit, the ability to overcome adversity, to learn from our mistakes, and to emerge stronger and more compassionate. It reminds us that even in the face of challenges and setbacks, we can find the strength to change, to grow, and to create a more fulfilling life for ourselves and for those around us. Henry's story is a beacon of hope, a reminder that it is never too late to find love, to build a family, and to make a positive impact on the world. It is a story that inspires us to embrace our potential, to connect with others, and to live a life filled with purpose, meaning, and love. It is a story that reminds us that science and logic, while essential tools for understanding the world, are not the only paths to truth and fulfillment. It is a story that celebrates the power of human connection, the transformative power of love, and the enduring strength of the human spirit. Henry's journey is an invitation to embrace our full humanity, to connect with our hearts and souls, and to find meaning and purpose in the richness of our relationships and the positive impact we have on the world. It is a story that reminds us that we are all connected, that we all have the potential to make a difference, and that together, we can create a better world for ourselves and for generations to come.